ChatGPT is insane, and I definitely see the use case for it. And in some cases, it's even better than Google. This AI software is the most recent breakthrough in text-to-text generation language models that is called Generative Pre-trained Transformer, or GPT. This model allows you to have a conversation with an AI that gives you more suitable results than ever before. I don't know about you, but these online AI tools are popping up like mushrooms after the rain and are silently changing the internet at an alarming rate. But we'll talk about these changes very shortly and find out how you can stay ahead of the curve and also make the most out of this AI-driven technology. Let's acknowledge first that ChatGPT actually reached 1 million users in 5 days. That is much better than Netflix, Twitter, and Facebook, which took months to reach 1 million users. So it's definitely something everyone needs to keep an eye on. That is why by the end of this video, I'll make sure that you know everything you need to know about ChatGPT. Everything? Yes, everything.
Yes!
We are on the brink of a massive market disruption, and unfortunately there will be some casualties. So if you don't want to miss out on any opportunities in the future about AI, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click that notification button. Before I start, I would like to thank Tali, who is a software engineer, for providing a lot of information about ChatGPT and how it works in the backend. And you will get the short and sweet version of how it works. This will be the first topic that we cover today. But don't worry, I made it super easy to digest, so you don't actually have to roll your sleeves to follow along. After that, we'll proceed to our main event, where we compare ChatGPT to Google and find out whether ChatGPT actually has the potential to replace Google. And finally, we'll summarize this video by talking about what is actually happening below our eyes, what we should be worried about, and what we should do about it. And what did our software engineer have to say about the coming future of AI development and where it's heading. Here is what ChatGPT answered when I asked it what is its favorite place in America. Pretty impressive. So have you ever wondered how ChatGPT and softwares like Jasper AI or Copy AI actually work? Well, you're about to find out. You only need to remember 2 terms in this whole video. The first refers to the field of human and computer language studies, which is called Natural Language Processing, or NLP, and a revolutionary language model within this field called Generative Pre-trained Transformer, or GPT, hence the name ChatGPT.
Well, duh.
We're actually already using a lot of AI tools within our daily lives, like the autocorrect function within our phones or the autocomplete sentences of Gmail. But these are not that impressive in comparison to the capabilities of ChatGPT. So you must be wondering how ChatGPT is different to all these other softwares, why it's making such big headlines, and why is it smashing user number records? Let's answer that question. Here are the bare basics of how NLP technology works. The input that you put into the software is basically a sentence that gets processed word for word in order to understand what you're on about. What is the subject, the action, or the proposition? Then the software feeds in your input into millions of parameters in order to give you an input that is suitable for what you have written down. The real breakthrough with NLP came when a new language model was invented called Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and it was invented in 2017. This revolutionary approach to text-to-text generation is better at generating results, being much faster, and providing more suitable outputs for a given input. The magic actually happens within the code, when an encoder takes all the input you've given it and organizes it in a nice vector form that contains what your sentence is about. Then it passes that organized vector format into a decoder, which provides an output on a sequence-to-sequence basis. As the name might suggest, this software is actually pre-trained, so that means that it already has the answer for a given input. That's why it's so quick at giving you a result. It's important to mention that ChatGPT actually bases its information on a data snapshot of the internet in 2021. Which is about 570 gigabytes worth of text data. So basically, it probably won't give you the most updated results if you use it 5 years from now. Which brings us to the main event of Google versus ChatGPT. And Google is already leading the match because it has so much more data to work with in comparison to ChatGPT. Literally the whole internet. Google Index contains billions of websites with hundreds of gigabytes worth of data, which is much more than the 570 gigabytes that ChatGPT uses. The next round is practicality. Which one is easier when it comes to finding quick answers? When it comes to just getting a result, ChatGPT is clearly the winner. In comparison to Google, ChatGPT gives us the answer straight up, without us having to go browse a bunch of content before we actually get to the answer like we do with Google. Clearly, this saves us a lot of time. But Google gives us more options to choose from, literally the whole internet. So that way we can actually choose an option based on our value. So Google is clearly the winner when it comes to having options. What I like about ChatGPT is that it actually doesn't have any ads in it. So just like most people, I don't like to see ads when I'm trying to do something and they interrupt me. So ChatGPT gets another point. Also, ChatGPT is dialogue-based, so you can actually follow up on previous questions. Let's see what city is good to visit in San Francisco. Now, where should I go get pizza? And it will literally follow up with your previous question. Another point to our underdog ChatGPT. However, let's not forget what is Google. It is a $1 trillion company with enough money to buy ChatGPT if it wanted to. So when it comes to money, Google wins. Not to mention that Google has many other services it provides like Google Maps, Gmail, Google Ads, and many, many more. And here's a little secret, most of them are already driven by AI softwares. So this silly fight that I just made up proved that ChatGPT cannot be compared to Google because they are two different things. But let's not be distracted from the fact that ChatGPT does provide some sort of benefits over Google. And things on the internet are changing rapidly as we speak. And I'm not talking about crypto, NFTs, blockchain or the like, I'm talking about AI changing the way we are doing things right now. And here are some of the online trends we are witnessing. Basic copywriting no longer takes a long time to create. And with AI tools, we literally cut the time we used to spend from hours to minutes, from researching information to actually generating the paragraphs we want in our content. Thanks to AI, data and web analytics are much better at giving us results, helping us make decisions at a much faster rate. Online advertisement is easier because of AI, as it helps us to make different combinations of content to put in front of our audience and find the best one that will get us the best results. Which basically means you don't need a lot of marketing experience to get decent results these days. AI image and video generators are becoming super easy to use and accessible to everyone, even more now than before. AI software is also replacing basic administrative tasks like taking in calls, scheduling meetings, and even doing the roster planning. Our online world is being disrupted right now, but that doesn't mean that a lot of jobs will be taken by AI. Luckily, AI cannot replace skills like creativity, collaborative teamwork, critical thinking, empathy, moral awareness, and leadership. If this is a skill you require to do your job, then you are in the clear. However, not everyone is so lucky, and AI has already started replacing a lot of jobs in the market, like cashiers, warehouse workers, taxi and bus drivers, and even customer support. We have seen these job titles fade away in the last 20 years, but in the next few years, you'll see a more noticeable impact. So that means that a lot of us will have to start adapting more quickly and start looking for opportunities where AI cannot replace. The best solution to survive this next AI revolution is to find jobs with skills that AI cannot replace, like the one we mentioned earlier. Another tip is to start using AI tools as they become available, especially if they reduce your process, making you a more efficient human being. This will make you more competitive, whether you're an employee, a freelancer, or a business owner. Although AI is changing the playing field, the rules of the games are very much the same. People that can adapt quickly, put in the work, and learn from the mistakes will come up on top on the other side of this transition. Our software engineer Tali said that we are on the verge of a second renaissance in terms of technology, business, and art, meaning we're going to take a big step towards what we never thought was possible. I'm sure that many of us will have amazing opportunities with AI, and hopefully we will use it to make our world a better place, because the alternative is not that great. Before I go, I would appreciate it if you can comment below about what sort of AI software or tools have you been checking out and would like to recommend. I would love to see something that I didn't hear of before and check it out to see what everyone else is using. I would like to thank you again for watching the video until the end, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. Everything? Yes, everything.